Good evening. I'm Michael Ang and you're watching the Manila Times News Prime. Today is July 25th. Our top story: the Supreme Court ruled unanimously that the impeachment complaints filed against Vice President Sara Duterte are unconstitutional. In its decision, the court says the Constitution prohibits the filing of more than one impeachment complaint against the same official within a one-year period. There were 4 separate impeachment complaints. The first 3 complaints were filed by private individuals and groups before the House of Representatives. The 4th complaint was initiated through a resolution passed by more than 1/3 of the members of the 19th Congress. The complaints were filed December 2, 4, and 17, 2024, and February 5, 2025. However, the decision does not absolve the Vice President from the allegations raised in the complaints filed last year. The court clarified that any new impeachment complaints against Duterte may only be filed after February 6, 2026. At least 25 people are dead after days of severe weather conditions. According to the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council, or NDRRMC, the deaths were mostly due to flash floods, toppled trees, landslides, and electrocution. 8 other people were reported missing, while 278,000 people were forced to evacuate, and nearly 3,000 houses have been damaged. In other news, there will be less funfair at the State of the Nation address of President Marcos this Monday. The House of Representatives is scaling down red carpet activities. House spokesman Princess Abante says the red carpet will still be laid out for official protocol, but she says there will be no stage ceremonies, no fashion coverage, and no photo setups in the red carpet area. Members of the media can still conduct brief, impromptu interviews with the lawmakers. News for our commuting public. Commuters on the MRT3 can now pay their fares easier and faster. All they have to do is use GCash QR codes, debit and credit cards, and NFC-enabled mobile devices. The Department of Transportation, or DOTR, has formally launched the country's newest integrated cashless payment system. The new payment system allows commuters to skip ticket queues and go straight to the turnstiles. Transportation Secretary Vince Dizon says the fare remains the same whether passengers pay through cashless options or purchase a single journey ticket. The DOTR plans to expand the system to LRT1 and LRT2 in the coming months. On economic news, the free trade agreement talks between the Philippines and the European Union are set to resume this October. This was disclosed by Massimo Santoro, the European Union ambassador to the Philippines.
But clearly, a free trade agreement would reduce to zero duties on all possible goods and services. It has been a common endeavor. While we do not have a clear, a deadline for our negotiations, we want this negotiation to continue fast and to continue well when it is about content.
Well, that is, and as trade talks generally go, that is actually, quite quick.
You can read the full story in tomorrow's edition of the Manila Times. And for the full interview, please watch Newsmakers with Ben Kritz on the Manila Times streaming channel next week. On local news, the Games and Amusement Board is recommending an accredited referee to officiate the boxing match between PNP Chief Nicolas Torre III and Davao City Acting Mayor Sebastian Baste Duterte. According to GAB, this will ensure that the fight is conducted under established rules and standards of boxing. GAB also directed its medical personnel to be ready to assist if there are injuries or emergencies. The much anticipated bout was the result of a challenge made by Duterte online, which Torre accepted. For more news and information, read the Manila Times on print, subscribe to its digital edition, or log on to www.manilatimes.net. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, and LinkedIn, and be part of our communities on Viber, Telegram, WhatsApp, and Mastodon. Stay tuned for more updates throughout the day, and remember to stay safe, stay informed, and stay connected. I'm Michael Ang, and you've been watching the Manila Times News Prime.